I think Shoushimin series is really interesting, because you can't just take the series at face value. It feels like the show is trying to trick you in a way. When you first take a look at Shoushimin series, it feels like you're watching ordinary people. Nothing special, just two people who happen to be the main characters of a series. But take a closer look and you realize the title includes How to Become Ordinary. That's noticeable because the truth is, Shoushimin series isn't about ordinary people, it's about trying to become ordinary. This series is actually written by the same author as Hyoka, and you can absolutely tell even in the first episode. It's the same vibe of finding out high school mysteries that randomly occur throughout their days. These small little mysteries are definitely prevalent throughout the series, but the main part of the story seems to be involving an agreement between our two main characters, Jogoro and Osanai. These two have both agreed to become ordinary through this agreement and rules. Some of the rules are revealed in episode 1, and some more are leaked here and there, but the entire agreement hasn't been shown yet. The reason they made this agreement was because of some unknown events that happened in middle school between the two, resulting in them trying to be ordinary. This adds a lot to the story, because while solving trivial mysteries is fun, having a backstory to look forward to about the characters is what keeps people watching. Jogoro is similar to Otaki from Hyoka in the sense that they're both mystery solvers, but the way they go about it is very different. Otaki only solves things when he's absolutely needed to, while on the other hand, Jogoro solves things instantly but seems to refrain from telling anyone. This isn't explicitly stated anywhere, but you can actually figure this out. Take a look at episode 1. The way Jogoro ended up solving the mystery was due to wet clothes, and take a look right here. Jogoro already notices the wet clothes from this dude, and later on, reveals the entire mystery to Osanai. The guy clearly knows what's going on behind the scenes, but doesn't reveal it for some reason. So while Jogoro is very much a mystery solver like Otaki, their ways of solving them are very much different. Our second main character, Yuki Osanai, is also very interesting. On the surface, she really does seem like an ordinary cute girl who's shy and likes sweets, but if she's already so ordinary, why is she trying to become ordinary? One of the first things I noticed was that Osanai wears white clothing, while her whole school wears black. Definitely not very ordinary just on that fact alone, but the cracks start to show more in episode 3. Earlier, Osanai had her bike stolen and found out who and where the bike thief was with Jogoro's help. And when she learns about this knowledge, you quickly realize why she's trying to become ordinary.
ねえ、小鳩くん、こういうのってどう思う？
幼いさん。
償ってもらわないと。
The way Jogoro reacts to this also indicates this isn't the first time this has happened, telling her to hold it back. The characters are very interesting so far in my opinion, and we still have 7 episodes left to build and develop them. The animation of Shoushimin is super clean, but it isn't Hyoka level. If I were to put it on a tier list, it would be like A-tier animation. Very well done, but nothing I haven't seen before. I could be wrong about this, but Shoushimin really feels inspired by Monogatari because of how dialogue heavy the show is. It really retains your attention with these cuts and movements. During episode 1, Jogoro and Osanai are just walking down a street and suddenly have a conversation where they cut between 2 different settings a lot, but it still feels really natural. They also put Jogoro in the culprit's POV when they're solving mysteries, which feels like it wouldn't change that much, but it actually adds a lot of immersion. Lastly, I definitely want to mention the facial expressions in Shoushimin because there are a lot of them, especially when it comes to Osanai, which is so nice to see because it just adds a lot to the characters and makes them feel more like people. So far, the most notable thing about Shoushimin's music is how it's used. The tracks are all individually great, but I think each one is used at the perfect moment so far. The sound effects are all decent, and I can see myself listening to Shoushimin's soundtrack even after the anime ends. I honestly think the sound direction has been so good that it's made the anime even more engaging, which is really needed for a non-action show such as this. Give this at least 3 episodes because nothing really happens in episode 2, and if you're a Hyoka fan, I think you'll enjoy this as well. Also, I didn't mention this earlier, but this is not a romance anime even in the slightest, and when I say that, I really mean it. Like, there isn't even a hint of romantic subtext so far, so don't be expecting any of it. I think Shoushimin is the most promising anime this season so far, and should definitely be on any seasonal watcher's radars. Well, that's the video. I really like this series if you couldn't tell, and I don't see anyone talking about it, so I decided to make a video on it. Like the video if you enjoyed, and if you didn't, leave an angry comment telling me what to change. Peace out.